Well, hello everybody. Johnny Hiland here in Franklin, Tennessee at Studio 19, here on behalf of Destroy All Guitars and Fat Jimmy Amplifiers. All right, folks, today we're going to be talking about the Colonel 50 by Fat Jimmy Amplifiers. Now, guys, I have to start out by telling you that this amp actually comes in an 18-pound head. Now, that is incredible for guys who are on the road all the time and want to actually have their same tone when they go on a fly gig. You can take this little amp right here, sling it over your shoulder in the bag, and take it and put it right over the overhead of the airplane. That's incredible in itself. Now, right now I'm running a Rocket Pedals Boing reverb pedal into this, and this is kind of Fat Jimmy's vintage style Marshall amp. But then again, he's added a lot of really cool features in this amp. It's uber versatile in that the clean tone really has a lot of Fender style in it. And so let me just give you some of that. That definitely has a great clean tone, guys. It really sounds amazing. So now let me just kind of walk you through the knob layout of this amp. And actually you have two inputs over there, and then you have a bright switch, and then you start out with a volume knob, then you have treble, middle, bass, and then your Jimmy knob. Now guys, this is a prototype amp, but the Jimmy knob in this amp actually acts as a presence knob. So I want you to know that this amp actually is EL34 loaded, and sounds incredible, it really does. And right now I'm running it into a Fat Jimmy 112 cabinet featuring the C1270 Fat Jimmy speaker. Pretty cool. So now what I'm going to do is kind of crank this guy up a little bit and hear what it gets into for like an overdriven tone. Boy, that is pretty sick right there, guys. I'm going to even crank it even more. I know we're only into a 112, guys, but let's have a little fun. This is all the way up. Wow, what an incredible sounding amp, guys. That is wide open. Now, of course, I've actually just set the EQ to where it feels good to me. So I've got the bass cranked up pretty good, and mid-range is actually cranked up pretty good as well. But if I bring the mids back and leave the amp all the way up, and actually that mid-range knob has a big difference in how this amp responds and sounds. I'm even going to roll the mids back even a little more. So volume, treble, mids. Let's go almost all the way back on the mids. Now, if we roll the volume back just a little bit, guys, could we use this as like a country crunch, like in the modern Nashville sound today? Of course we could. You could still do chicken picking with a breakup like that. is just pretty sick right there, guys. This amp sounds amazing with single coils. But you know, I think it's time we muckle on to a guitar with humbuckers in it and see how this bad boy sounds. All right, guys, now I've grabbed my Kiesel Guitars Aries here. This beautiful puppy is awesome, but it's got Kiesel lithium pickups in it, which are pretty hot and sound great. I'm going to leave the amp just where it is. I just brought the mid-range knob up a little more. And so now check it out on the neck pickup of this guitar. I'm going to go ahead and bring the bass knob down a little bit here. Boy, that just sounds incredible, guys. I'm going to bring the volume all the way back up. There we go. We're all the way up now. You know, guys, I will admit, this amp does have some Fender-like tones, but it does, if you crank that tone knob up, it does get you into old Marshall territory. Pretty cool right there. Now, we do have the Jimmy knob, which is acting as a presence knob today. So, with these humbuckers, I can actually turn up more. So if you were a true blues guitarist and you really wanted to get a raw, cool amp tone to play blues with, you know, this is a 50 watter, guys, but it sounds amazing. So how does this bad boy handle pedals? Well, I think we need to find out right now. So what I'm going to do is turn the amp down, and I'm going to crank on my Johnny Hiland Grumble box made by Metal Pedals today, which gives me quite a real cool over-the-top distortion, if you will. And I'm going to crank on some delay here. So let's see how this sounds. Well, let's turn the volume up just a skosh. Oh yeah, this is going to be awesome. Yeah, man, I'm loving this. I'm going up a little hotter, guys. I just want to hear it. Boy, that sounds incredible right there, guys. Look, man, I'll tell you what. This is an 18-pound, 50-watt monster right here, guys. It handles pedals remarkably well. You could add a compressor, distortions, anything you want. You could even use a whammy pedal if you wanted, and I might actually have fun doing that to end this video. But guys, I'll tell you what, like all Fat Jimmy amps, this amp is a true winner. If you're a multi-genre oriented player and you need an amp that's all around excellent for you and real versatile, this is the amp to get. I'll tell you what, I'm pretty blown away because I heard that this was a, quote, Marshall, the Marshall side of Fat Jimmy, and it is, it truly is. It gets that old school Marshall sound, but it also has some Fender traits to it. It has some Vox characteristics in the tone shaping and sculpting. And I just think all around it's a winner right here, guys. If you like a 50-watt amp with EL34s, this is the way to go. So I actually have to have a little more fun. Hope you guys don't mind. Well, you know, guys, now we've got to rock out a little bit, have a little fun with this bad boy. But, you know, say you take this 18-pound little guy on the road with you, put it in the airplane, you get to the gig, and they bring out a 212 cabinet. Well, I want you to know this guy actually, when you get it, it actually has an ohmage switch in the back where, you know, you can switch the ohmage to whatever cabinet you might get for a backline cab. So actually what I'm going to do is take the opportunity now and switch down to an Avatar 212 cabinet that offers Celestion G12K100s in it so we could take a listen. We'll be right back. All right, guys, now we've actually moved to an Avatar 212 cabinet with Celestion G12K100s in it. And guys, I'll tell you, the whole characteristic of this amp has changed, but it's incredible. So if you want the real focus sound of a 112, you can get that. But say you get to the gig and all they have is a 212 cab. Well, you know, you have to worry about your amp sounding good with that. But not anymore, because the Colonel 50 sounds good through anything. Check out this sound right here. Guys, that's just truly amazing. Now what I think I'm going to do is switch back to my Johnny Hiland signature JH6 Kiesel and do a little chicken picking, and we'll get out of here. All right? Stay tuned. Well, guys, I'll tell you what, this has been so much fun playing through this Colonel 50 by Fat Jimmy Amplifiers. You know, guys, this is one of the most versatile amps I think I've ever played through at 50 watts. Pretty incredible. So we've actually played this through single coils. We've tried it with humbuckers. We played some blues on it. We played some rock. We played some AC/DC style tones. Gosh, we've had fun. We played it through a 112 cab, a 212 cab. Guys, this little amplifier is just truly, truly incredible. So, you too can pick up the Colonel 50. And all you have to do is contact my buddy Cliff Coltrary at DestroyAllGuitars.com. Tell him old Johnny Hiland sent you and that you love this bad boy, the Fat Jimmy Colonel 50, and pick yourself up one today. I thank you so much for watching. God bless y'all. And before I get going, I need to say thank you to my brother Steve Hardesty for filming this. SNS Pro Audio. Need to thank Rick and Justin Bowman, Studio 19, Kyle and all the boys. I couldn't have done this without you guys. Appreciate you so much. Cliff Coltrary, love you, brother. DestroyAllGuitars.com, folks. Get a Fat Jimmy amp today. Cheers and God bless.